The complete works of Swami Vivekananda, Vedanta in all its phases, addressed by Swami Vivekananda at Calcutta, Part 9. Renunciation, that is the flag, the banner of India, floating over the world, the one undying thought which India sends again and again as a warning to the dying races, as a warning to all tyranny, as a warning to the wickedness in the world. I, Hindus, let not your hold of that banner go. Hold it aloft. Even if you are weak and cannot renounce, do not lower that ideal. Say, I am weak and I cannot renounce the world. But do not try to be hypocrites, torturing texts and make specious arguments, and trying to throw dust in the eyes of the people who are ignorant. Do not do that, but own that you are weak. For the idea is great, that of renunciation. What matters if millions fail in the attempt, if 10 soldiers or even 2 return victorious? Blessed be the millions dead. Their blood has brought the victory. This renunciation is the one ideal throughout the different Vedic sects except one, and that is the Vallabhacharya sect in Bombay Presidency. And most of you are aware what comes where renunciation does not exist. We want orthodoxy, even the hideously orthodox, even those who smother themselves with ashes, even those who stand with their hands uplifted. We want them, unnatural though they may be, for standing up to that idea of giving up and acting as a warning to the race against succumbing to the effeminate luxuries that are creeping into India, eating into our very vitals, and tending to make the whole race a race of hypocrites. We want to have a little of aestheticism. Renunciation conquered India in the days of yore. It has still to conquer India. Still, it stands as the greatest and the highest of Indian ideals, this renunciation. The land of Buddha, the land of Ramanuja, of Ramakrishna Paramhans, the land of renunciation, the land where, from the days of yore, Karm Kand was preached against. And even today, there are hundreds who have given up everything and become Jivan Muktas. Will that land give up its ideals? Certainly not. There may be people whose brains have become turned by the Western luxurious ideals. There may be thousands and hundreds of thousands who have drunk deep into the sense of enjoyment, this curse of the West. The senses, the curse of the world, yet for all that, there will be another thousands in this motherland of mine to whom religion will ever be a reality, and who will be ever ready to give up without counting the cost if it need be. Another ideal very common in all our sects I want to place before you. It is also a vast subject. This unique idea that religion is to be realized is in India alone. This Atman is not to be reached by too much talking, nor is it to be reached by the power of intellect, nor by much study of the scriptures. Nay, ours is the only scripture in the world that declares. Not even by the study of the scriptures can the Atman be realized. Not talks, not lecturing, none of that, but it has to be realized. It comes from the teacher to the disciple. When this insight comes into the disciple, everything is cleared up and the realization follows. One more idea. There is a peculiar custom in Bengal which they call Kulaguru or hereditary guruship. My father was your guru, now I shall be your guru. My father was the guru of your father, so shall I be yours. But what is a guru? Let us go back to the Shrutis. He who knows the secret of the Vedas, not bookworms, not grammarians, not pundits in general, but he who knows the meaning. And as laden with a load of sandalwood, knows only the weight of the wood, but not its precious qualities, so are these pundits. We do not want such. What can they teach if they have no realization themselves? When I was a boy here in the city of Calcutta, I used to go from place to place in search of religion. And everywhere I asked the lecturer, after hearing very big lectures, "Have you seen God?" The man was taken aback at the idea of seeing God, and the only man who told me I have was Ramakrishna Paramahansa. And not only so, but he said, "I will put you in the way of seeing him too." The Guru is not a man who twists and tortures texts. Different ways of throwing out words, different ways of explaining texts of the scriptures. These are for the enjoyment of the learned, not for freedom. Shrotriya, he who knows the secret of the Shrutis, Avrinjina, the sinless, and Akamhata, unpierced by desire. He who does not want to make money by teaching you, he is the Shanta, the Sadhu, who comes as a spring which brings the leaves and blossoms to various plants, but does not ask anything from the plant. For its very nature is to do good. It does good, and there it is. Such is the Guru, who has himself crossed this terrible ocean of life, and without any idea of gain to himself, helps others also to cross the ocean. This is the Guru. And mark that none else can be a Guru, for themselves seeped into darkness, but in their pride in their hearts, thinking that they know everything, the fools want to help others, and they go round and round in many crooked ways, staggering to and fro, and thus, like the blind leading the blind, both fall into the ditch. Thus say the Vedas. Compare that and your present custom. You are the Vedantists. You are very orthodox, are you not? You are great Hindus and very orthodox. What I want to do is to make you more orthodox. The more orthodox you are, the more sensible, and the more you think of modern orthodoxy, the more foolish you are. Go back to your old orthodoxy, for in those days, every sound that came from these books, every sound that came from these books, every pulsation was out of a very strong, steady, and sincere heart. Every note was true. And after that came degradation in art, in science, in religion, in everything, national degradation. We have no time to discuss the causes, but all the books written about that period breathe of the pestilence, the national decay. Instead of vigor, only wails and cries. Go back to the old days when there was strength and vitality. Be strong once more. Drink deep of this fountain of yore, and that is the only condition of life in India.